So, what's the proper attire to review this movie? Well, I guess it's my pajamas. Hello everybody. 2 weeks in a row, we're finally getting the reviews out consistently, or I guess just I am. But this week we went and saw Sex Tape, the new comedy starring Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel, and it's directed by Jake Kasdan. And this was pretty much the same team behind the movie a few years ago, Bad Teacher. And that was kind of a movie where it wasn't overly funny. It was just, it had some good moments and it was okay, and just kind of neutral on that movie overall. And just going into this movie, I wasn't really expecting a lot. And the plot of this movie is, of course, that pretty straightforward. You can tell almost exactly from the title. Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz they're a married couple, and things just aren't really working out for them, so they just decide, well, let's make a sex tape to spice things up. But of course, it ends up going up to the cloud, which nobody knows about the cloud. They decide that they have to run around town taking these iPads that they gave to people. Just not a good movie. I mean, I was hoping that I was going to get some good moments with Jason Segel in there, since I'm a huge Forgetting Sarah Marshall fan, How I Met Your Mother fan. He wasn't as funny as usual. I mean, you get some awkward laughs throughout the movie. Cameron Diaz was only okay. You know, the direction was whatever. I didn't notice anything different than the usual thing. My main problem with this movie is that there's no real, like, rising action and then climax. You know, the movie just kind of going along, and it's kind of just at a straight line, and then, you know, something happens and then it's just over. You know, this is an hour-and-a-half movie, and I think that's the best thing about it, is that it's not too long. There's no way that you can say that this movie was too long. They did a good job at keeping this comedy to an hour-and-a-half. There was nothing in the movie to really carry you through the plot. It was just so, you know, straight line. There's no real rising action. They didn't really hit any of the beats that are supposed to get you going. You just kind of, you're watching it and you're waiting for something to happen, and then, you know, certain things go one way and you're like, well, I didn't see it going that way, but I guess you can try it, and then it just doesn't, it's not that funny. And it seems like they just kind of, thought of like different skits that they could do around this premise, and then they just kind of tried to stitch it together, and it just didn't work, in my opinion. They just, whatever was in between didn't elevate that scene so it meant something. The whole movie is just a mess, and, you know, in a funnier movie, maybe you forget about all these things that are wrong with this, but, you know, just this one just really wasn't doing it for any of us, I don't think. Just the acting was all just, you know, it was all alright. I think the person who shined the most in this one was Rob Lowe. Maybe because his character, you know, just had the most liberty to kind of take it to zanier places, take it to funnier places. But just this one overall just was not doing it for me. I'm going to give this one like a 5.3 out of 10. So, you know, obviously I can't recommend this one to you guys. Maybe just catch it on cable. I guess it wouldn't completely suck on cable. You'd just be like, oh, okay, glad I didn't pay for that. You know, but this, it kind of just, I can't say it enough, just the whole way through, just one straight line, and they just had no rising action. There's no climax. The resolution was just, there was no like character arc. Like, they just kind of forced like a character arc that just was not there. Maybe next week's will be better. But anyway, thanks for watching this one, guys. I'm glad to at least put out this video with just me. I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.